Yeah, so look at this. I'm gonna get to that later, but right now I'm trying to get this bumper off. Inspect some damage behind. So there's a few bolts and screws up here, a few down here, along there. Someone said there were 11 total on another video where I learned how to do this. You wonder how I know how to do all this stuff? Well, it's from YouTube videos. So here, this connector was actually the biggest pain out of everything, that and one on the other side. But if you can wrangle those loose, they go to some little brake lights down below. You can get this thing and pull it right off. So here's how those little side corner pieces are held in. You push that snap inwards and then push that tooth downwards. They're like shims, essentially. Shims with a little clip. Really cool idea. And you can pull those off. Just looking in there at the wiring. So looking along here, okay, there's a piece of styrofoam. Oop, just comes right off, not really even attached. And then looking through and looking at this bumper and this trailer hitch inside there. A little closer to look here. I'm trying to... Okay, so this is the damage right here where somebody hit the back of the FJ. It bent in this crash bar, just that front face. And looking at the frame, everything looks straight. But as weird as that trailer hitch, it looks like it got hit and bent down or something. Or he put, oh my gosh, a heavy load on there, tongue weight, and then it was just rocking up and down on the freeway and kind of bent a little bit. Probably going to want to remove that. Okay, it looks like it's just 3 bolts underneath on each side. What was curious to me is this coming up that I'm going to show you. What are those 2 square tubing pieces welded on? What would that normally be used for? It's totally hidden behind the bumper in this case. If so, if it was, another case where it hung down on another vehicle, maybe it could be useful. Just looking at the condition here, a little bit of rust along this edge, a little bit bent, but I need some new weather stripping there. So, on to this, to tackle this guy. These things are like $85 on eBay. $175 for a set. I'm going to get my air gun out, hot air gun, which I've already started. It's hard to show you when I was doing the hot air. And I already punched out the corner, popped it out by just getting this plastic hot. And I was running the gun on 650, 700 degrees. I have a cool Wagner hot air gun. It has a really accurate display. Who knows if it actually matches with temperature, but that's what it said. And so what I did is I heated up the inside, heated up the outside, where those there was a huge dent, right? I've already got that out. And I started smoothing out these surfaces by putting my crowbar and rolling the crowbar. Okay, and that would put the pressure in the right spots and bend the plastic out and hold it for a little bit until it could, reharden. So this paint was incredibly resistant to heat. I'm doing 700 degrees, like an inch or less from this paint. That I'm doing the back right now, but when I do the front, I had to heat up the front too, just so I could get all those edges. 700 degrees right next to it, and the paint was not melting or bubbling up or anything. Pretty cool. I'm shocked. I don't know. Maybe you guys know paint can go a lot higher than that when it's all nice and dry and on plastic. None of it chipped off either. So I'm just working it and then try to get in there with a heat gun and a crowbar and the thing flopping around. It was a little challenge. I got pretty sweaty doing this out in 90 degree, 100% humidity out on the porch here. I did see a little armadillo run by outside. He got caught in our little soccer net first, and then he scattered away and ran over closer to where I was. And I saw him run into the bushes. I think we've got some living under our shed. Well, I know we do. We have some out front. So, pretty cool animal. Prehistoric looking. Love the armor. FJ armor. Okay, so I got this thing pretty good shape. I'm just doing this because if I spent this $80 I would need to replace this part right now, there's like 100 other parts that would cost $80 on this practically salvage FJ, right? So I'm not going to spend $80 on this, not right now. At least I got the dent out, so it's reasonable, I can slap some silver spray paint on there. It won't look too bad. But yeah, there's a big part on the top. I flattened that out. I got this curve back in, which is awesome. So it stays together. I can put some epoxy in between that. There was, up there, it was bumped upwards because of the crash. Really pretty bad. I got that back down most of the way. And got the curves back in it on the main corner. I'll show you that picture again from before. There's a little before and after real quick here in the video. And I'm pretty proud of what I accomplished here. Gives me confidence to try it on some of the other little dents and dings in the plastic pieces that I found. And there's the inside. So you're just looking for those high spots in there and pressing on them. And just, when it's hot, just rolling it back and forth and holding it. It's a lot easier than I thought. You know, it's not like you're making the plastic into a liquid or anything. But it all popped out without cracking. Pretty cool. So that's before. Take a long, hard look at this thing. Before and after. But I haven't put it on, obviously. I think I did really good for this 15-minute project.